Mindfulness is a big buzzword right now. My definition of mindful is focusing on the here and now and being non-judgmental. So all the things like breathing, yoga, what else? Coloring, there's mindfully coloring. All those are tools to kind of learn to have our brain be in one place. I'm going to tell you why this is so good with anxiety and with our strong emotions. Most of our anxiety, most of our worries are about things that are going to happen in the future, or depression and stuff about the past. Very rarely are we struggling right at this moment. That our brain can kind of be anxious, worried about things that might happen. So we're spending a lot of time worrying instead of enjoying what's going on right now. Bad times will happen, but we don't have to have it happen in our brain over and over and over. Let me give you an example. In one of my classes, I had the kids label their emotions. We're going to talk about that next lesson. So they come in, and they actually love this. They come in and they find their cute little marker and they put it on happy, sad, mad. And then I go around and said, hey, Jojo, you're feeling sad today. Why? And they label and tell us why. Practice for them to learn to be mindful of their emotions. So one day I did this, and the little girl came in, and it was Tuesday, and I was doing a summer camp. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And she said, I'm feeling scared. Like, why are you scared? She goes, there is a storm coming Saturday, and we are going to Florida, and we're going to drive right through it. And so I am so scared. Okay, it's Tuesday. It's not mindful and lets that storm worry her. How many days is she really upset? How many days? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let's say it's really a bad storm for 1 hour. So it's 1 hour. So she could let that storm upset her because she had to go because her parents are driving for 1 hour, because it is upsetting. 1 hour, it's upsetting. Or if you let your mind be upset, it could be 4 full days of being upset. And that is what we do. We're upset for days and days and days, or we could just be upset when we actually have the problem. Let's say your boss yells at you. You could think about that for days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks and be really anxious at work, or just be upset right then, make the changes you need, and try to let it go and be mindful of what's going on right now. Do you see the magic? Our brain worries about things that may never happen. You know, if you can prevent it and problem solve, of course you should do that. But instead of just worrying about things that you can't control, just worry about it when it happens instead. I can be upset for years, or I could be upset for when I'm actually having the actual trial. When we throw ourselves into whatever we're doing at the present, it makes life much more meaningful. I have a book that I teach kids. It's called Be Where Your Feet Are. Our brains often are not where our feet are. So if our brains are where our feet are, we're mindful, we're all one, really throwing ourselves into things. We're going to enjoy things so much better than if we're, at a party, but we're thinking of after, or I'm at church and I'm thinking about the food I'm going to make, instead of just being totally immersed in whatever we're doing. But that kind of concentration, and it actually takes some practice. You recognize you're in your amygdala, so that means you're being mindful. Oh, I'm in my amygdala. What am I feeling? You're labeling the emotions, and then you can go on from there. So it's being mindful. What's the second part of mindful? It's being non-judgmental. This is also really important. When our brains go, we can't go, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm not thinking, I'm not being mindful, blah, 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 blah. What we need to do is just go, whoa, I'm not being mindful. Bring the brain back. All it takes is gentle reminding. And it's just noticing. It's very difficult to control how we feel. So we need to acknowledge and not be scared of our emotions, not judge them. Because if you fight against your emotion, it actually makes it worse. Going, oh, I shouldn't feel angry, and judge yourself, and the shoulda. Say, whoa, I am angry. or I am sad, or I am scared, or I am worried. It's better to acknowledge it and then, being mindful, go, wow, okay, what can I do about that? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, now, just for fun, this is something else I have the kids do. Is like, okay, am I being mindful or not mindful? So I have them brush their teeth, and they love this. Okay, here we go. Am I being mindful of brushing my teeth? Or not mindful? Okay, how many times as adults are we mindful or not mindful? I mean, I get I'll be watching a show. My husband, it drives him crazy. I'm watching a show, get out my phone. I miss what I'm doing because I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, what happened? I don't want to rewind it. Okay, not mindful. So what is so important to do is just notice. And when you're not being mindful, just go, whoa, I need to be mindful. Oh my goodness, I have driven so many times and ended up going to a place that I wasn't meaning to go to because my mind goes somewhere else. See? Not mindful. The cool thing is the brain will take you, just a side note, this is just fun. It will take you to where one of the places it'll normally go. It goes into this automatic brain. It's actually called the hippocampus. It stores memory. And if you're not paying attention, it'll just go, it kind of makes a little guess. Oh, let's take you this place that she normally goes. It's kind of cool. But half the time I'm like, whoa, wait, I'm late because I was thinking of something else. So basically, we're focusing on the here and now, being non-judgmental. When you notice that your brain has gone somewhere else, just go, whoa, brain, come back to what I'm thinking. Is focusing on the here and now and being non-judgmental. This is going to be fun. I'm gonna add a little quiz, and it's what I have kids when I teach kids Mind Up or Tame the Brain. I have them take the quiz. They generally can get it all right, but I teach adults it and they get it wrong. It was mind-boggling. I'm like, really? I think adults overthink. And so it's harder for adults. So I'm going to give you this simple little quiz that I give to kids. And you're just going to tell me if something is mindful or not mindful. Okay? So I'm going to go on the quiz.